Not very engaging.
Alright, here we go. Do we go left or do we go right? Well, left it is. Because left always left, brothers.
I can go no further.
Alright. So it's right then. At least this makes it easier. Come on, keep going, buddy. Keep going. There you go. So I think that's the way back that we just came from. Alright, left always left.
What can it be?
Where can it be now? Come on, keep going, dude. Why do you stop when I click? Can you not go anymore? I guess not. So let's go this way then.
I am being watched. Take heed. I can go no further.
I'm being watched. Alright, so it is the way that we came, right? Then how do we go this way? Go. Come on, I'm clicking. I'm clicking. This game's controls are really, really terrible. I will say that. They're not really responsive. And look at that. This didn't even come up the last time I went this way. Alright. Let's try this way. Because always left.
I can go no further.
Except when it's right. Like, I like how I clicked here and he stops over here. Dude, get over here. Come on.
Is it near there?
Alright. Is it this way? Whose great idea was it to have this in a game? Yeah, that's what everybody likes, mazes.
I smell smoke. Quick, some water to douse this fire, else we lose precious evidence.
Oh, man.
And now, quickly, I must find some water.
think it's this way. Oh, come on, dude. Don't fuck me on the controls. Come on. Okay, then it's this way. No, it's this way. No, no, keep going, keep going. Come on, dude. These controls, man. There we go.
My word, I can't see anything.
Ah. Alright. Yeah. I hate that. Like, okay, whoever came up with the idea to do the guard dog in the guard section, and whoever came up with the idea to do this portion, has a special place in hell waiting for them. Because the controls for this game do not warrant having something like that.
Ah, now I see better.
Alright. What's this?
I need something.
This?
This is ink. It is not English, and it fell on the floor maybe 2-3 days ago.
Can I take some of it? No. I don't need to measure it.
Someone has slept here. A bottle of liqueur from the Richmond Abbey.
Guess I'm not taking that.
All these papers were gathered and burned. I need to find evidence somewhere else.
Okay.
I need something.
A knife?
Ah, I was positive. It moves. Very interesting. These letters are faded and illegible. These letters are faded and illegible. This ink is not made in England.
Letter from an alcoholic. I was trying to put boredom. You guys can pause it. I'm kind of going to read it to myself. What time? If you guys haven't read it yet, pause it, because I'm going to switch to the next scene. Okay. Is that everything here? Wait, actually, was there anything else? What's this?
Someone knelt here often. How curious. Someone knelt here often. How curious. Someone knelt here
No.
often.
Oh, but there's footprints here. Can I not measure them?
I need something.
There we go.
Footsteps. Size 10. I should leave this forest and join Watson at Sherringford Hall.
Alright, sweet. Oh, do I have to just... How can I not go to the next area? Maybe I have to go back to the Abbey. So I gotta backtrack all the way back again. Alright. Yeah, see, if this was like a full movement kind of game, where I can use like, you know, a D-pad or WASD, then sections like that will be fine. But because this is point and click, sections like, you know, like that are terrible. Not to mention the fact that even for point and click, this game is very bad with, see, look, I'm clicking, and then I have to click like almost 3 times just to get him over here. Like, it's not very responsive to my clicks. So sections where you have to be fast or sections where you have to be really precise are terrible for this kind of game. I doubt the developers will ever watch this video, but yeah, I recommend not ever doing that again. Then again, I haven't played the new games yet, but they seem like they'd be a lot better, like a lot more responsive and stuff. Can I leave now? Yes.
Let us return to Sherringford Hall.
Alright, we go home just to go here.
Oh, Dr. Watson, beg pardon for imposing on you, but I must get a message to Inspector Lestrade, and...
He is just inside, and I am sure that he would be most eager to assist you.
No, it would be better if he would hear this from you rather than myself. The present situation requires me to be elsewhere. Please be good enough to tell Inspector Lestrade that I renounce any rights to the succession. Also, I will not be at my offices. I would not wish him to waste time looking for me there. Goodbye, and I thank you for your kind assistance, Dr. Watson.
Dude's just bailing. No.
I was upstairs and I could have sworn I just saw that blasted scoundrel Grimble through the window.
Yes, you are right. But you have no chance of catching him now. He has run away as if the very devil himself were after him.
It is not the devil that's after him, but myself. He would fare better if it were the devil on his trail.
He gave me a message for you, Lestrade. He said he renounces any rights to the succession.
What do you say? This is astonishing news. This will not prevent me from finding him. I want to know how it so happens that a dead man is found in a building to which only Grimble is known to possess the keys. By the way, where is our great detective? Oh, here he comes now.
How did he see me through the door? And how did I just...
Hello, gentlemen. What were you discussing?
Grimble has renounced all possible rights to the succession of Bromsby Enterprises.
But that does nothing to alter the fact that he is the ideal guilty party. Sir Bromsby had very important news that he intended to announce on the day of his death. What if this surprise news was the ouster of Grimble and Bromsby's intent to name his own daughter to succeed him? Do you think something otherwise, Holmes?
No, it is nothing. May I ask you a question, Lestrade? Would it be possible to keep this new information about Grimble from Miss Bromsby, but for a few days?
It's a deuced odd request, but I presume that you must have your reasons. I will do my best to keep this information private till the day after tomorrow.
Thank you, Lestrade. By the way, I would like to speak with Miss Bromsby. Where can I find her?
I do believe she's with her faithful knight in her sitting room. This gentleman never, so to speak, leaves her side. If this story spares them any further pain, no doubt they will soon be renowned as the most beautiful couple in London. I am trying not to think about it, but my heart feels heavy that I may have been an instrument of their sorrow.
By the way, my brother Mycroft has answered one of my letters, and his information seems to be most interesting. You can look at it if you would like. I have had a copy made for you.
Okay. Alright, now that we saved. Alright, can't talk to them. So they said the waiting room. I'm assuming they mean, oh, just floating in the air. This room right here.
I hear laughter coming from the powder room.
Oh, I guess that's not the waiting room, but it's the room we gotta go in anyways. Where am I supposed to go? Come on. There's nowhere for me to go. There we go. Jesus. The controls are just so bad.
Good afternoon, Mr. Holmes. James has just been showing me the photographs from his hunts.
Oh, but I wasn't the only hunter.
My respects, Miss Bromsby. Hello, Lieutenant. If I could have a look.
Actually, before I do that, can I? No. Okay. I was gonna click the note that Sherlock made a copy for the dude, because obviously if he made a copy for him, that means I have the original, and I wanted to read what it was.
I must say, this is quite a handsome specimen, but it is surprising how light it appears.
That bull weighed near 1,000 stones.
No, beg pardon. I was referring to your portfolio.
That is but another souvenir of my travels to Africa.
I came here specifically to inform you that everything goes well with the case, Miss Bromsby. But I need to ask you a question of a more personal nature. If the Lieutenant would be so gallant as to give us a moment of privacy.
Your servant, Mr. Holmes. I will retire to the smoking room.
Did this cigar just disappear? Or do you never have one? Maybe it was just a sword. Okay. Can I look at that thing now? There we go. Time of the essence here, and it's information I managed to gather. Okay, if you guys haven't finished it, pause it, because I'm going to switch over to the next page. Alright, again, pause if you haven't finished reading it. And again, pause if you haven't finished reading it. And pause if you haven't finished reading it.
I should reveal one of my hints.
I mean, the only one I have is here. Because this isn't a hint, this isn't a hint. don't think I can give her any of the booked stuff. Yeah, none of these would be hints except for this one.
Does this photograph belong to you?
Yes, it's mine. This is the photo of an actress who was with their touring London company. They gave a performance at the town near my boarding school in Switzerland. This is Miss Davenport. She was kind enough to meet with us in her dressing room after the show.
And how would you describe this actress?
Oh, she was fascinating, on the stage and in life as well. She personally inscribed this likeness for me. You see, they were available for purchase during the intermission. She was so very beautiful.
Pray, continue.
When I met with her, she showed me this beautiful earring that she wore. It was in the shape of a wave with foam, made entirely of sparkling stones. It's strange, but I have never talked about this with anyone till now. I do hope I see her again someday.
Perhaps. Now, listen to me, my dear child. I must ask you to speak to no one about our conversation, not under any circumstances. The discovery of the truth rests on your silence.
Okay.
I've got to go now.
I understand.
I'm assuming that's where the title of the game comes from.
This lieutenant seems a very commendable person. Miss Lavinia is fortunate to have him near. Lestrade was saying that he has found more evidence of Grimble's trail. The corpse we found at the cement factory may well have been an accomplice and the true murderer of Sir Bromsby. Grimble could have easily obtained an invitation for him to the reception. Then, some time after the deed was done, Grimble eliminated his accomplice to prevent his speaking. Or perhaps not. Whatever are you musing about, Holmes? Holmes?
What is it, Watson?
Blast it, Holmes! You haven't heard a word that I have said.
It is of no consequence. Tell me, have you had the opportunity to redeem the item with the receipt we found at Hunter's?
Oh, yes, it was a simple matter. In order to get the best price, Hunter agreed to redeem the item within 2 days' time. Look, these appear to be real diamonds.
It seems to me that we have gathered all of the key elements, Watson. However, before we retire, let's summarize our findings. The questions should be answered yes or no and justified by the evidence or testimony received during the investigation.
Alright, was the leader of the thugs who attacked Holmes directly connected to the case? Yes, I would assume they were. And not just random people. So it'd be under the green clothes. I guess this one, just because this one makes the most sense because of the name and the ethnicity of the people that were attacking us. Can we say that the person who killed Simon Hunter is skilled with weapons? Okay, it would be a blue text. What does this say? Here's the business one. He told me he had. Killed by bullet right through the heart. It was done in one shot. I would assume this. Yes. If he killed someone in one shot. Are the ruins near Richard Abbey's a common haunt for wanderers? Yeah. According to this guy. Can the handwriting on the message found in the ruins be the same as that on a previous document? Okay, so it would be green. So letter from an alcoholic. And then it'll be the threat. Yeah, that looks like it could be the same. It's easy for a retired English officer to find a work as prison warden abroad. I think it would be in this note. Yeah, also asked for from nearby back, which supported their requests. Great opportunity. Yeah, it would be this one. That should be it.
We must have made an error.
No?
The questions should be answered yes or no and justified by the evidence or testimony received during the investigation.
Oh, okay, wait. Maybe this one was wrong. Alright, so we got threat W, threat WC. Okay, let me see if these... Yeah, this looks like it can be the same. That should be it.
It is simplicity itself, Watson. We have answered all the questions.
Hello, Watson.
Good morning, Lestrade. You are an early riser.
Good morning, Lestrade. You look really tired. You must have had a lengthy meeting with the minister.
But hold on. How on earth could you know that, Holmes?
I can read you like an open book. I jest with you, gentlemen.
It's not the proper time for jesting, Holmes. But upon my word, how did you find out about the minister? I was assured that only 3 or 4 persons at most had knowledge of this meeting.
Oh, I would rather withhold my explanation.
So you must be aware of the subject of the meeting.
Indeed, but Dr. Watson knows nothing of these events.
Well, our incorruptible yet ever practical minister shared the thoughts of the Chancellor of the Exchequer with me. They've decided that it would be most imprudent, given the crisis we're under, for a young lady barely 18 years of age to take control over one of the country's 3 biggest building enterprises.
I begin to understand, but...
According to the minister, despite his bad habits due to the lack of consideration for his partner, Grimble is the only individual that the council has faith in to reverse the current state of the Bromsby holdings. It was further explained to me that if there is a choice to make in the direction of my investigation, and lacking any new evidence to the contrary, I must take these concerns into account.
This is outrageous.
And you, Lestrade, what are your personal thoughts on the matter?
I really can't say, Holmes. The prospect offered by Grimble seems so attractive. He had credible motive to murder Bromsby and then foul it. In addition, he was the only individual with apparent access to the shed at the cement factory where we discovered the corpse of his presumed accomplice. However, the only gadfly to this theory is his statement to Dr. Watson when he clearly renounced all rights of succession.
That is an item of singular curiosity.
It is difficult for me to believe that a man who could plan and execute 2 or 3 murders with such cool presence of mind would give up an opportunity of this magnitude so easily. I also have spent sufficient time at Sherringford Hall to have a high opinion of Lieutenant Harrington.
I agree with you. This young man, by all accounts, has an unimpeachable character.
I have no evidence to cast doubt on the truthfulness of his testimony. We reconstructed the crime, and it was evident from where he stood he could easily see Miss Bromsby despite the crowd. Really, Holmes, I'm not a man who would hand over an innocent girl to the executioner, even should it cost me my career.
I am pleased to hear you say this, Lestrade. By the way, Lestrade, have you any knowledge of the place known as Aston's Theatre?
Is it that shabby theatre that lies near the bank of the Thames?
Yes, several weeks ago it was acquired by the Fairfax Theatre Company. Their international tour appears to have been most successful as they are set to open their new play in a week. Dwight Richards happens to be their director.
You mean the author of the threatening letter that we found on Bromsby's desk? I must admit, I thought the letter to be of small consequence. After all, it involved a matter from so long ago.
Sometimes old wounds are the most painful. In fact, we are leaving for Aston's right now. I know that you're quite busy, but if you feel like joining us, meet us at noon.